what sort of advice would you give for those who are planning to study abroad, especially in the US?
I actually wrote it down, so it's right here. I wrote the tips. As I think one of the most important things is to plan ahead, right? So because it's applying is not like a 3 months job. It takes a whole year, right? You have to apply to this SATs, you have to practice for it, you have to give it, and then you have to finalize your school, you have to write essays, find the deadlines. There's so much to do, so you have to plan ahead, right? And another thing is get feedback from people who've already been in your position. Ask for recommendation letters. So just plan ahead, everything, the timeline, plan ahead, and also find your community. That's the second one, right? So people who are applying, also you get. So if you're just applying alone without listening to anyone else's experience, it's difficult. It's really difficult because you don't know if you're doing it right? And you can prevent yourself from making so many mistakes if you listen to this person who's already done it or is in the process of doing it. So number 2 is find your community, and I think tutors incorporate it. It's also it's that community that you can have. You guys are always posting about schools. You're posting about SATs. There's always tips from different people in different backgrounds. That is a community, right? You should introduce yourself to things like that. That's my second advice. And I think a third advice is try to read different kinds of books and articles. It's not just it's really helpful for SATs, but it's also helpful for when you get into college in the US or anywhere else in Nepal, right? You need to know how to read because that's where all the information is, right? So I think that's also a good way. And don't miss your deadlines. Just do everything on time. Don't procrastinate. So you know that you're doing things right. It's very sad if you just miss the deadline and you've worked so hard. So I think planning ahead, organizing yourself, having a community really helps. Yes, and also I need to say this, but because like US isn't everything, right? It's not. There are good resources in Nepal as well. There are like schools. There are really good teachers. So I think it's not about getting to the best place. It's about making the most with what you have. Right? There are people who studied in Nepal and have done amazing work.
100%.
Right? So just like make a goal, have a goal, but if it doesn't work out, it's not the end of the world. You still have more. Yeah, especially at this time, right?
Yeah, true.